Welcome to the episode 11 of Reality Podcast. I am your host, Ricky Valero. On today's episode, I'm going to be breaking down episodes 4, 5, and 6 of Perfect Match Season 2. Things got a little bit crazy at the end of the episode. At the end of episode 3, we saw three couples pair up: Harry and Jess, Elise and Chris, Micah and Cass. Chris was talking to Xanthia and Dominic about him matching with Elise. This was weird because Chris said he was just saying something to Xanthia because he liked her, but Dominic is shocked. And Alara is heading after Dom. They bond over loving Harry Potter. She's a Gryffindor, he's a Slytherin. I don't know what any of that means, but Laura is trying to shake things up. I like it. This is one of the things that I love about this. The people that are willing to just arrive into the villa and just shake things up a little bit. I love that they're willing to do this. Alara is trying to shake things up. Steven said all he wants to do is kiss Alara, which really throws everything for a loop with his match right now. Stephen goes to Alara and says, "Have you matched yet?" And she said no. Xanthia thinks it's lights out, that she has won this competition between her and anybody else inside the building. But Stephen is thinking other things. He said the date went great and felt the urge to kiss her, and he wants to match with her. Alara is trying to get some of Dom. She said if it was up to her, that she would have picked him. Steven comes out and wants to chat with Alara. He's ready to ask her to be his match, and Dom is confused. She is happy to hear someone say they wanted her, and he leans in, plants a kiss on her, and she gives it back to him. So Steven and Alara are a match. What a boss move from Steven. Like, this was a boss ass move, and I loved it. Dom is sad and said there's always next week. Dom running back over to Tolu, stumbles over his words. She wants to see where it goes, but Dom is just, yeah. So they match with each other. Of course, he's excited to match with her, but Alara is in the back of his head. Xanthia and Dominic are out. Jess and Harry seem to be a little hot and heavy. Harry isn't sure who went home. Harry says he can't find a flaw in Jessica. Harry walks in and sees Elise, and he is not happy because he thought she was gone. She said she doesn't care if he's 6'5", she will fight him. Exactly, Elise. We love you here on this podcast. We love anybody that's ready to go after Harry. The thing about this is, I love what Elise did. Elise pulled a perfect match season 1 Dom move where Dom and Francesca broke up, and Dom was like, "I'm gonna leave the house," and then matches like with Georgia in the next moment. You know what I mean? That entire thing was insane. But next competition, Nick is excited because they're really going for it. They've completed a list of fun facts. They have to decide which person it pertains to. The truth bombs go on, and then if they get it right, they could pick a couple to knock them out of the competition. Truth bombs, they are eligible if they think it's about them. Once the couples get 5 truth bombs, they are gone. Last couple standing wins. Harry is terrified of his dark past. We had a couple of fun ones. Who loves men with pointy noses? Alara was the correct answer. Micah and Kaz become targets right off the bat, getting 2 truth bombs. Elise put it on Harry and Jess. Whose alter ego is Axel Stone? Chris says that is the right answer. It was his stripper's name. We find out that Chris used to be a stripper. Tolo says she's gonna break that out of him eventually. Micah and Kaz are up to 3. Elise and Chris are up to 1. Engaged to someone because they're rich. Micah, Jessica is the right answer. She said she wouldn't marry someone that wasn't wealthy if they had a low credit score and so forth and so forth. Well, somebody better not let Izzy back into the house because Jess ain't having it. Jessica and Harry are up to 3. Micah and Kaz are up to 5. Elise and Chris have 2. Who made $100,000 in only 24 hours on OnlyFans? Of course, everyone said Harry. Harry was the correct answer. Jess is not happy. Micah and Kaz are the first team eliminated. Who has had 19 broken bones? Elise was the right person. Jessica and Harry are done for. Who has hooked up with a pop star? Stephen being the answer here was not much of a surprise for some reason for me, but it was just kind of funny. Who loves to sniff underwear? Alara was the right answer. Who owned a cage to put women in? Stephen is the right answer. He had a dog and a woman would get in it, is what he said. These are some weird, like between having a cage and putting women in it to sniffing underwear. I'm very just, what is going on? You know what I mean? Whose ex got married to someone else while still dating them? It was Tolu. Poor Tolu. Like literally, Tolu's perfect. I love her. I hope they have nothing else but the best. Secret talent is breakdancing, and the answer was Dom. Chris and Elise are out. Harry is happy. Dom and Tolo, Steven and Lara are the final couple. Who was offered $40,000 to have sex? It was Harry. A guy DM'd and said he would sleep with his girlfriend for $40,000, and he did it. Harry, you're never breaking the stereotypes, man. Tolu and Dom win the challenge. He tells her that if she sees a guy on the board, she would explore it. He says to tell her if she sees a guy on the board to explore it, and she is pissed. Like Dom is just, why did he come back with this? He had the perfect person. Okay. And if you're listening to this podcast right now, I've got an interview coming up with Tolu, the rest of the perfect cast match, and perfect match cast. And Tolu breaks down that entire thing between these two, and I thought it is incredible the tea that she spilt. Steven is putting a date on for Alara, which was super sweet. He has feelings for her. It's kind of sweet. I really kind of like what they did here. He said he's a hopeless romantic, but made her candlelight dinner. He's coming on strong. She said her type is tall, dark, and handsome, and she wants to explore Dom, but these two kiss. Like, what is going on? Like, he makes a little sweet little dinner for her, and then it's like, nah, I mean, I get it. I appreciate it, but no. Tolo and Dom hit the boardroom. Dom said he doesn't like the drama, but says maybe he is the drama. Justin from Surviving Paradise. Nigel from Too Hot to Handle. Trevor from Love is Blind. Yep, that Trevor from Love is Blind. Jake from The Ultimatum. Tolu wants Harry and Jess to explore their relationships, and as well as Steven and Alara. She thinks it's the best option to find someone to match with Elise. She says no to Nigel. She throws some shade, saying she is ready for a genuine connection. Maybe Nigel just wasn't that guy. Justin from Surviving Paradise and Elise are locked in. Dom is trolling and doing just totally completely wrong. Dom said he had tried to handle this the best way. Dude, Dom just sucks, man. Totally says she feels played from the beginning. Tell him. Like, she slays this man. She says she could have stayed with Izzy because he actually wanted to try. She calls him out for wanting to come into the house and try to rewrite his narrative. Slay queen. Slay. That was the end of episode 4, kicking into episode 5. Dom has returned without Tolo, who says she's going on a date. And then, of course, Elise is the other person. Jake from The Ultimatum is coming on to date Tolu. Jake is from The Ultimatum. They are working out on his date together. She is smitten. They both live in Texas. She tells him that her match is Dom, and they all went down from there. They had a great date, and then it was just shitty from there. Kaz and Micah are really hitting it off. Dom and Harry are talking about Alara and said he wants to come in hot. Alara is hoping so too. Dom has literally become a mini Harry. They've been like, this is the crazy thing about this is it's like you can see the way that he talks to women and how he directs women from this season to last season. He felt like a hopeless romantic before, and now he just feels like he's trying too damn hard. It's really starting to be like annoying. Elise is on her date with Justin. They are doing a cold water bath. Elise brings up cold feet, and we get a close up. And Justin's feet are fucking gross. Like, dude's dogs are nasty, like straight nasty. But back in the house, Chris is freaking out. Micah finds Justin pretty cute. Oh boy, Justin walks in. Harry said he looks short. Nick arrives, says there's 7 men and 5 women. 2 people will go home. Elise chooses to kiss someone and kisses Alara. Tolu's biggest regret says wasting 2.5 years on a man. Tolo asks Chris to give her a lap dance. He fancies give the person, they play a game. They play like a daring game. I don't know why I didn't start by saying that. Tolo asks Chris to give her a lap dance. She gives to the girl he fancies the most. He puts it on Tolu. On Tolu. Justin said he's done this before. Wow. Chris dares Tolu to sit in the lap and kiss him, and she puts it on him. Of course, Jake from State Farm isn't very happy. Elise is not thrilled either. He said someone to be talking. He said everyone seems to be talking to someone who's pissed off at Tolu. Jake said he ain't trying, and he said it makes it hurt. Jake said he ain't trying, and it makes her drier than the Sahara Desert. Jake said he's going to find someone. Jake goes after Alara. Steven said go after her. She ain't going nowhere. Dog, she was not having it. Jake from State Farm or The Ultimatum, dude is just, He wasn't very good on the ultimatums, not very good on here. She said she ain't having it, having his fashion, which was hilarious. Elise, Justin and Mike are hitting it off a little bit. Elise sees this and starts chatting up with Cass. He's asking him about Micah's decision about spilling some tea that Micah is talking to Justin. Elise is just trying to dig and says if he isn't feeling Micah, he must seek someone else. Cass says his feelings are for Micah. Elise is just trying to stir the pot, which, you know, good for her. Micah says that she wasn't being sneaky. She said that the last thing she wanted to do is be sneaky and apologize to Cass. He says she is giving them a chance, and she says that they are going to hear things and they must come together. Facts. Like, if we're going to go through this, we're going to hear people that are going to try to break us up, that are going to try to throw us down, they're going to try to do all these things to shake things up in this house. But if you don't allow it, then it doesn't really matter, right? All right, Kaz and Micah are our first match of the night, and of course they kiss. Dom asks Alara for a chat. Tolu said she's been ready to clock out of that connection. I love Tolu so much. Dom puts it on strong with Alara. She tells him it's not 100% with Steven. Dom thinks he'll be a perfect match with Alara. Steven says he wants her and showed her that he wants her. She said she will do what's best and right for her at this moment, but nobody suits her as much as him. Let's fucking go. Fuck you, Dom. Alara and Steven are a match couple too. Dom watches as they go upstairs. Harry sees Dom scrambling for his life and says, tackle at least. She shuts his ass down super fast. She saw right through his bullshit about wanting to stay in the house again. Desperation here. Tolu and Chris are chatting and have matched. That's our third couple. Elise and Justin are chatting and matched as well. Elise is trying to wreck the entire world. Dom is being dramatic as fuck again. Dom said everyone is. Then the one person that is on his side, he tries to start a fight with. Dom said everyone is so genuine. Then why did Harry come here? Questioning why he's here, knowing damn well that his history does not replicate what is going on in his household. Of course, this makes Jessica mad and wants to talk to him about what he said. She's giving him the business, and Harry said he wants to leave and is acting like a baby. Justin is like, hit me in my DMs, talking to the world, and he's like, cry baby cry on his way out the door. Dom is gone too. Justin and Dom couldn't be happier to see these two losers out the door. Harry is crying like a baby. Homie has checkered past, period. Jess comes into the comfort into the big baby. She asks him to give him a big hug, and he says, no. He said, I never questioned you. She said, I'm sorry. Man, get out of here, bro. This is some bullshit. You know what I mean? Just get Dom out the house, get Harry out the house, and this show would be better for it. Harry said he is good at sabotaging himself. She said she's good. She's got to overthinking, and they have both got into shambles. She tells the camera that she feels guilty, or she tells the camera that he feels guilty and remorseful. She said he is worth working things out for. Look, I like Jess. Jess is a friend, but watching this has really made my head hurt because I understand Harry's a good-looking man. He's great to look at, but you've known each other for 2 days. He's got a history. There's red flag after, like, if I had a red flag, I'd be like waving a red flag right now. This is insane. Compatibility challenge. Seeing eye to eye is the challenge. 25 colored balls on the pair, 5 per couple. Team will work first couple to collect all the colored balls and put them in the basket. However, you can't use your hands though. Anyone using their hands, Nick will send them back to the beginning. Alara and Steven get the first ball, followed in by Tolu and Tolu and Micah. Ali said that there is a scene, and they feel like they're in the scene of Baywatch. And this is what I give Kinetic to Netflix, whoever's editing the show. We get a song, an amazing montage with visuals of Baywatch. It was amazing. 10 out of 10. I just congratulations to everybody involved because this was one of the most beautiful edited things I've ever seen in my entire life. Jess and Harry are with 3. Micah and Kaz are right behind them. Alar and Steven with 1 to go, and they will win the competition. They have a little cute date afterwards. I love these two. These two are really hitting it off. Back at the house as they're on their date, they're playing a game. Justin admits to yelling at the wrong name during sex, and that was her sister's name. Tolu talks about she's enjoying her time with Chris. There's 10 days left in paradise. There's only 10 days left. I feel like we just got here. You know what I mean? There's already 10 days and we're already fucking leave like we're leaving already. You know what I mean? We're 6 episodes into the season. There's only 10. I feel like we just got here. Steven and Alari hit the boardroom. 4 people are entering the fold are Holly, Britton, Melinda, and Kristen. Please send Harry out on a date. Chris and Tolu are making out together. First option is Chris. Melinda hosted Chris's show and they locked these two in. So Chris and Melinda. Steven and Alara come back, but Alara came back alone. Everyone's freaking out, but Steven walked back in the door. Kaz and Chris are heading on dates. Chris and Melinda time. The date is pretty solid. He opens up the idea of matching with her later on. Kaz is dating. Date is with Holly. Where did I say Holly was from? Hollywood. Where's Holly from? I don't remember Holly's from. Too Hot to Handle, maybe? I think it's Too Hot to Handle. All right. Back to where we were. All right. Kaz on a date with Holly. Kaz was talking him up, and he said Micah said, but he's been with Micah. He says, but I may be in trouble. Things are getting very touchy-feely for sure between these two. Kaz said he's hoping that he doesn't get too excited down under. Laughed my ass off here. Tolo and Micah are dressing up for Sparkle Night and getting their while the men are getting their outfits on. I love the relationship between like Tolo and Micah. These two have like started hitting it off. They're like BFFs. I'm loving what they got going on right here. Tolu is shook by Melinda's arrival. She doesn't feel good about this now. Micah is in the same boat. Harry and Holly have a history and have quote unquote smashed, according to Harry. I love his 3rd grade language. Team Tolo and Micah all day, every day. Kaz is happy, but he's attractive to shiny things. Kaz is my dude. This is one thing. I've grown to like several people on this show. The ladies have really been strong for me. Love what the ladies are bringing to the table. But Kaz and Steven are really just moving up my leaderboard of just fun times. Chris said the date went good, sexual energy, but Tolu has the energy he's looking for too. Steven said he matched with Holly because of being outward person, because Micah, he calls Kaz out. Steven said he matched with Holly because of being an outward person, because Micah brings him down to be quiet and wanted him to be out and about. That's really fucked up. Kaz and Micah are chatting. He said he is leaning towards Micah. She isn't feeling so hot over it. He said he is going to chill and talk to her later. Holly tells Micah that Kaz was leaning into the experience and Holly isn't scared to fight. Hilarious moment. Melinda is working the boys. She tells Justin that he is her type on paper. Chris sees that Melinda is flirting with other guys and sits to talk with Tolu about his date. He said he does have a crush on her, but doesn't feel genuine connection with Melinda. Adores Tolu, loves the pace that they are at. I love this so much. Tolu and Chris match. She tells him, don't do that again. I'll kill you, which is hilarious. These two have a fun banter. I love these two. Great connection, great chemistry, really strong. Probably one of the two strong. Steven and Lara and Micah and not Micah, Tolu and Chris. I love the dynamic here. Really, really love what's going on between these two. Elisa and Justin are mucking it up. Holly wants to chat, but these two shut it down. Steve and Lara match. Jessica and Harry match. Melinda is grasping at Charles, trying to fuck shit up. Holly is joining in on the Sad Panda party. Micah calls Kaz a liar because Holly tried to get in Micah's head, and it has worked because she called him out, and he's not very happy about it. I mean, Micah isn't wrong, though. Holly is laying it on thick with Kaz, and unfortunately, we get a cliffhanger. So going into the next episode, we do have couples, Chris and Tolu. Elise and Justin, I don't think they officially... Oh, they did match. Yeah. Elise and Justin, Chris and Tolu, Steve and Alara, Jessica and Harry, with Micah, Kaz, Holly kind of out into the world of a three-peat going into episode 7. That is it for episode 4, 5, and 6. A perfect match. This season is crazy. I'm digging it in a way. It's kind of weird in another way. Do these people actually last? We're going to have to see past this. We kind of already have a spoiler alert about one particular couple. But yeah, I mean, I really, really have enjoyed the first 6 episodes. There's definitely some dynamic here. I definitely love the ladies' vibe here. Jess is killing it, even though she's making a mistake with Harry. Tolu and Micah, love the power between those two. Kaz is making me laugh consistently. Steven is strong. I love what Steven's bringing to the table. And I really like Elise. I love her personality. She's funny. She's quick whip. And I'm really excited because she's going after Lara. Or Harry, not Lara. Harry. That is it for episodes 4, 5, and 6. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And we will be back next week with episodes 7, 8, and 9. Whew. I want to hear your favorite couples in the comments below.